First, the record. 7 astronauts were lost on the morning of February 1st, 2003. We named them once: Rick Husband, William McCool, Michael Anderson, Kalpana Chawla, David Brown, Laurel Clark, Ilan Ramon. We begin here and keep the camera on the engineering in their memory. To come home from orbit, a spacecraft must survive re-entry, where the air itself glows near 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. The wing's leading edge takes the worst of it, so it is not metal there at all. It is a special heat shield. Hold that thought. Those panels are reinforced carbon-carbon, the shield that keeps re-entry heat out of the wing. As long as they are whole, the structure inside stays cool enough to fly. A hole in one of them is another story. Here is the first flaw, and it is not on the wing. It is in a habit. For years, foam insulation had been shedding from the fuel tank at launch and striking the orbiter. Nothing terrible had happened yet, so the danger was quietly reclassified from problem to expected. Engineers have a name for this: normalization of deviance. If you would rather understand why things fail than watch them fail, subscribe. A new failure is drawn here every week, and each one is a reason you are safer than you know. Now the piece everyone assumed was harmless. A chunk of foam about the size of a suitcase weighing under 2 pounds. Foam is light, so surely it could not hurt anything. But at launch, the difference in speed between the tank and the falling foam was hundreds of miles an hour. Light times very fast is not nothing. 82 seconds after liftoff, the foam tore from the tank's bipod ramp and struck the left wing, low on panel 8. It opened a hole in the leading edge, 6 to 10 inches across. No one could see it, and the mission flew on for 16 days. On the ground, engineers asked to have the wing photographed in orbit to see whether it was damaged. The request was turned down. The strike had already been judged not a safety of flight concern. The hole waited quietly for the one moment it would matter. Re-entry. Plasma near 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit found the hole in panel 8 and poured into the wing, melting the aluminum structure from the inside. Here is the line no one could see for 16 days. With the structure melting, the wing could no longer hold its shape against the air. The orbiter lost control and broke apart high over Texas. Not because foam is dangerous, because a shield had a hole no one was allowed to look for. The investigation board was clear on both halves. The physical cause was the foam breaching the leading edge. The deeper cause, in the board's own words, was an organizational culture that had come to accept foam strikes as normal, the same pattern it traced back to Challenger 17 years earlier. And here is what changed. Crews gained a way to inspect the heat shield in orbit and to repair it, and a plan to rescue a stranded crew. But the real repair was cultural. Treat an engineer's request to look as a reason to look. Failure mode, a thermal breach at the wing's leading edge. A light thing moving fast, a hole no one looked for, and a habit of accepting danger. Nothing breaks without a reason. Now you know this one. Drawing filed. Like and subscribe to support the channel.